This happened 3 years ago when my friend Aaron and I decided to go hiking in the mountains outside of Durango, Colorado. We weren't inexperienced hikers or thrill seekers. We just wanted a quiet weekend away from people, phones, and work. The trail we chose was well known. Busy during the day, but practically empty once evening came around. Our plan was simple: hike a few miles in, camp overnight, and hike back out the next morning. Around late afternoon, we reached a fork in the trail. One path was clearly marked and well-worn. The other was narrower, barely used, and unmarked. Aaron joked that the unmarked path was the fun one. I laughed, but something about it made me hesitate. Against my better judgment, we took it. At first, it didn't feel wrong. The trail was steeper and rockier, but manageable. The trees grew taller and denser, blocking out most of the light. About 40 minutes in, I realized something unsettling. There were no sounds. No birds. No insects. No wind. Just our footsteps. We stopped to rest, and that's when Aaron pointed behind us. There weren't any footprints when we came in, he said. I looked back. He was right. The dirt behind us was smooth, undisturbed, like no one had walked there in days. I told myself it was just the type of soil, but my chest felt tight anyway. We kept going until the sun began to dip below the ridge. We decided to set up camp earlier than planned. That night, the temperature dropped fast, and the woods felt closer somehow, like they were pressing in on us. Around midnight, I woke up to the sound of something moving outside the tent. Heavy footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. I nudged Aaron. He was already awake. The footsteps circled our campsite once. Then twice. No breathing. No animal sounds. Just footsteps. Aaron whispered, "That's not a bear." I didn't answer because I knew he was right. Bears don't move like that. This thing walked like it knew exactly where it was going. Suddenly, the footsteps stopped right outside the tent. I held my breath. My heart felt like it was going to tear out of my chest. Then a voice spoke. It sounded human, but wrong. Flat. Emotionless. "Hey, can you help me?" Aaron's hand tightened around my arm. No one hikes out here at night. And no one asks for help without panic in their voice. Neither of us answered. The voice tried again. "I'm lost." There was a long pause. Then the footsteps moved away, but not back down the trail. They went deeper into the woods. We didn't sleep after that. At first light, we packed up and left immediately. But when we tried to retrace our steps, the trail was gone. Completely. No fork. No markers. Just dense forest in every direction. We wandered for hours before finally hearing distant voices, a search and rescue team calling out. Apparently, our families had reported us missing when we didn't check in. The team told us something that chilled me. That unmarked trail we took? It doesn't exist on any map. And over the past decades, several hikers had gone missing in that exact area after claiming they'd heard someone calling for help at night. Aaron and I never hike unmarked trails anymore. Some paths aren't meant to be followed. When my sister Emily and I planned a weekend hike in the Smoky Mountains, it was meant to be a bonding trip. Just the two of us, no distractions. The ranger warned us before we left. "Stay on the trail," he said. "And don't hike after dark." We promised we wouldn't. The first day was perfect. Cool air, stunning views, and barely any other hikers. We reached a high overlook by evening and set up camp just off the trail. That night, the fog rolled in thick and fast. By midnight, visibility was less than 10 feet. The woods felt muffled, like sound couldn't travel properly. Emily joked that it felt like we were inside a cloud. That's when we heard footsteps. At first, I thought it was another camper. But then the steps stopped, and started again. And stopped again. like whoever it was couldn't decide where to go. Emily whispered, "Do you hear that breathing?" I did. Not animal breathing. Human breathing. Right outside the tent. I called out, "Hello?" The breathing stopped instantly. No response. After a few minutes, the footsteps retreated downhill. Neither of us slept much. At dawn, we packed up and started back toward the trailhead. But something was off. Every turn looked familiar, too familiar. We passed the same broken tree 3 times. Emily checked her GPS. No signal. Then we heard it again. Footsteps behind us. This time, faster. We sped up. So did the footsteps. I turned around, heart pounding, and saw no one. But the sound continued. Running. We broke into a sprint, branches whipping past us. Suddenly, Emily screamed. She had stopped short at the edge of a drop-off we hadn't seen through the fog. 10 feet ahead and we would have gone straight over. The footsteps stopped. Dead silent. We stood there shaking, staring into the fog. Then a voice drifted out from below the ridge. "You almost had it." It sounded amused. We backed away slowly and changed direction, moving uphill instead of down. After another hour, the fog finally lifted, and we found the main trail. When we reached the ranger station, the same ranger from the day before looked at us like he'd seen a ghost. "You didn't camp near Raven's Cut, did you?" he asked. We nodded. He sighed. "That area causes disorientation," he said. "People hear things. Follow voices. A lot of accidents happen there." I asked about the breathing. The footsteps. He didn't answer. He just said, "The mountain has a way of keeping people who stop listening." Emily and I left early. And to this day, neither of us can explain how something saved us from walking off that cliff, and scared us enough to turn back.